It's Okay That You're Not Okay by Megan Devine. Megan Devine's It's Okay That You're Not Okay is a tender, raw, and profoundly human exploration of grief. It begins with a message that sounds almost radical in today's culture. You don't have to feel better, and you don't need to fix your grief. The author speaks not only as a therapist, but as a woman who has lived through devastating loss herself. When her partner died suddenly, she realized that much of what we're told about grief platitudes, pep talks, promises of quick healing simply doesn't match the real experience of loss. This book is her attempt to tell the truth. Grief is not a problem to solve, but an experience to carry. 1. The false urgency to be okay. Society often urges us to return quickly to normal life after loss. We hear phrases like, "Stay strong," "Time heals everything," "At least they're in a better place." Such words, though meant kindly, actually isolate the grieving person further. They send the message that sorrow is inconvenient or that it should end on a schedule. Devine insists that this is untrue. Nothing is wrong with you for grieving deeply. Loss changes us forever. There is no going back. 2. Grief as the continuation of love. Devine reframes grief not as weakness, but as love itself, transformed. The deeper the bond, the deeper the grief. To mourn is not to fail, it is to honor. This shift in perspective is vital. Instead of asking, "When will this end?" we begin to ask, "How do I live with this love that now shows itself as sorrow?" 3. The tyranny of positivity. One of the book's strongest critiques is against the culture of relentless positivity. We are told to look on the bright side, to move on, to find silver linings, but such demands silence the truth of our pain. Devine explains that these sayings are often spoken to ease the discomfort of others, not the person who is grieving. True help is not about fixing or offering meaning too quickly, it is about presence. Real comfort comes from sitting beside someone in their pain, even in silence, without trying to make it disappear. 4. Grief in the body and mind. Grief does not live only in the heart. It courses through the body and reshapes the mind. Sleeplessness, exhaustion, memory lapses, even physical aches are common. These are not signs of weakness, but natural responses to immense emotional upheaval. Just as a broken bone needs time and care to heal, so too does a broken heart. Devine reminds us that rest, boundaries, and compassion toward ourselves are not luxuries, they are necessities. 5. A personal and unpredictable journey. Another crucial lesson: grief has no map. There are no neat stages to pass through, no finish line to cross. Each person's journey is utterly unique. Some find a way forward in months, others in years, and some never recover in the sense society expects. And that is perfectly natural. Your grief belongs only to you. 6. How to support others in grief. The book is not only for the grieving, but also for those who want to help. Most of us feel clumsy around sorrow. We want to fix it, distract from it, or change the subject. But what grieving people need most is simple presence. Instead of saying everything happens for a reason, we might ask, "Do you want to talk about it, or would you like me just to sit with you? What feels supportive for you right now?" Sometimes the greatest gift we can offer is to listen, to acknowledge the reality of their loss, and to stay close without judgment. 7. Building a life with grief. Devine is clear: grief does not end. The person you lost will always matter. Their absence will always be felt. But over time, grief can be woven into the fabric of life. It does not vanish, but it can soften, finding a place within your story. This does not mean returning to life as it was. It means creating a new life that includes the presence of grief, much like someone learning to live with a permanent scar. We are changed, but we are still here. 8. The final message. The heart of this book is both simple and liberating. It's okay that you're not okay. You do not have to rush your healing. You do not have to smile when you don't want to. Grief is not a flaw, it is the echo of love. And if your love was boundless, then your grief will be deep as well. This truth, though difficult, is also profoundly humanizing. It reminds us that sorrow is not something to be ashamed of. It is a testament to how deeply we have loved. Closing reflection. Megan Devine's voice gives us permission to stop pretending. She offers a new vision of grief, not as something to cure, but as something to honor. She calls us to be gentle with ourselves and tender with one another, to sit in the ache of loss without demanding resolution. And above all, she reminds us, not being okay is not a failure, it is simply part of being alive.